And welcome to the Niger Landlord on VOP 90.3 FM. It's such a pleasure to be with you this beautiful morning. I'm super excited. I'm so happy to be here. As you all know, the Niger Landlord Show is your one stop real estate investment platform that brings you all the trending news, juicy information, as well as the pros and cons of investing in the Nigeria real estate market. On this show, we show you how to make real estate work for you. And I am your humble host. My name is Amara Onzurike. I'm super excited to be here. And of course, I'm happy to connect with you on this very beautiful Saturday morning. I hope you're having a very relaxing and calming weekend. Okay, so today, moving on to the show, of course, we have another very valuable topic that we're going to be talking about today, and I wouldn't be doing that alone. I have a very distinguished guest who is joining us on the show today, and he will be sharing from his wealth of experience. So yes, sit back and don't touch that dial. All right, so today our topic is illegal estates saga, navigating real estate regulatory requirements in Lagos State. All right, so we're looking at the recent news updates that was shared recently on the news about the Lagos State government bringing out a list of illegal estates that haven't been able to properly complete their documentations. They do not have approved layouts for their structures in those estates, and there was a lot of disturbance in the industry, people being afraid about, oh, is it wise to invest in the industry at this time? Are the subscribers or the owners of buildings in this estates, are they going to lose their properties? What's going to happen? I mean, what is the proper way to go about getting the right documentation for your property, or verifying that the company that you're buying from has done their due diligence on their property? So all of this we're going to discuss about. Remember, I always say that information is key. Getting the right information, being able to arm yourself with the right information and right resources will greatly enhance your investment portfolio, your investment decision in the future, and help you protect yourself against any form of fraud or scam right there in the industry. All right, so that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to go right now to introduce my guests, and we're going to talk about all of this in the industry. All right, so my guest is Surveyor Olushola Areo. He's a professional surveyor, GSI expert, and property acquisition consultant with over 6 years of experience. He has worked with various real estate companies, realtors, and legal experts, using his extensive expertise in property acquisition processes for both private and corporate transactions to address complex challenges in environmental development. His professional journey is marked by a spectrum of projects where he has showcased his proficiency as a GSI expert and facilitated countless individuals as a property acquisition consultant. With a distinguished portfolio, he has held pivotal roles such as heading the survey department at Aftapansea and serving as an acting manager at Dasa Global Integrated Services Limited. As the co-founder of Land Nest Homes and Properties Limited, a fast-growing real estate company, and a co-founder of Natel Global Integrated Services Limited, Olushola has earned multiple prestigious awards, including being recognized among the 100 most exceptional young Africans and one of the top 10 most exceptional real estate professionals in 2024. His significant contributions to the industry has also been honored with an honorary professional fellowship doctorate in real estate development and entrepreneurship sustainability from the Chartered Institute of Public Resource Management and Politics in Ghana. Additionally, Olushola recently named an African Youth Ambassador and awarded the Nelson Mandela Leadership Award of Excellence and Integrity by the West African Youth Council. He continues to inspire and shape the landscape of his industry with his unwavering dedication and expertise. Join me as I welcome Ulushola Arel on the show. Hello, Savio. Good morning. Can you hear me? Hi, good morning. Good to have you on the show. Okay, so I can barely hear you. Just hold on a bit. So, hello, good morning. Can you hear me again?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so I've quite an impressive profile bio that you have right here,
Thank
and
you very much.
I want to thank you so much for taking out time to make yourself available for this program today.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a great
Okay, so
opportunity for me.
diving right into today's topic.
All right.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, I I I don't know. The network is probably shaky. Can't hear you so well.
Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Okay, so the topic, we're looking at illegal estate saga, navigating the real estate regulatory requirements in Lagos State. All right, so before we go, much into this very critical topic, I'd like to, just talk about what's happening in the real estate industry right now, and I just wanted you to give us an overview of the real estate industry. Where are we right now, especially in Nigeria? What is the industry? What level is the industry at? Is it doing good? And what has been your experiences so far in the industry? Please share with us.
All right. Thank you. For me, please, I want to be sure you can hear me. Is my voice coming out well?
Okay, cool.
I want to be sure you can hear me. Is my voice coming out well?
Oh yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
All right. All right. So, for me, based on experience, one thing about the real estate industry is it is very, very dynamic. It is
Mm-hmm.
not stationary,
Yeah.
and a lot of things change with time. It changed with governments. It changed with policy makings. It changed
Mm-hmm.
with a whole lot of factors. Even investors are also part of those that make the industry change. So
Right.
we are all in collective effort, part of the influence on the industry. And
Mm-hmm.
that is why it is important to always stay at trend, get more information, and always seek knowledge as per time. Because what works in real estate industry in the past 10 years is not what's working now,
Yeah.
because of things that is changing. A lot of things change after COVID. That is at the year 2020,
Mm-hmm.
the real estate game changed completely. Documentation processes, how you navigate the industry, how you get yourself working as an investor, as a developer, and even as a consultant. Everything changed. Why? Because of the way things were in the industry. And this is a reason why we should always understand that real estate is dynamic. It is not stationary. And then it requires periodical knowledge. You have to make sure that you are in the know every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Conferences, seminars, webinars, a platform like this, to listen and understand what is going on in the industry. So it's very important that we have that understanding, that,
Okay.
things are not always the same.
Mm.
And you have to get educated. So also, it's also important that real estate, because it has changed, does not mean that it is not doing well. No, no, no.
Okay.
It means you need to be reoriented to be able to station yourself to do it the way it should, so that you can get maximum return on your investment, or whatever aspect of the industry you want to be involved in. So it's important that at every point in time we are reoriented. So, like I said, it does not mean it is bad. It only
Mm-hmm.
means it is getting better. Do
Hmm.
you understand? So, like for example, a lot of regulatory bodies being reinstated, a lot of regulatory laws being enforced,
Yeah.
does not mean that it has not been there before. It just means that now it is getting more reinforced. Why? And that saying gives us a sense that development is moving fast. Things
Yes.
are changing. Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
when you see government enforcing laws, sensitizing the populace about, regulatory laws guiding real estate. It means development is happening faster than you think. It means people are building, people are erecting structures, roads are being constructed, infrastructures are being is happening, and there is need for people to maintain law and order so that everything will work out for efficiency and also for easiness. So easement. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
when there is development, there is need for law and order to be in place, and
Okay.
that means that you should not be left out.
Of
You
course.
should be informed. Then you should also be a part of it. Do you understand? In the best possible way you can.
Okay.
So that's how I say it.
All right, thank you so much. I mean, that was quite comprehensive, and I think you really even touched about so many critical factors that have been ongoing in the industry recently. All right, so I will look at your personal journey, like how what spurred your interest in the real estate market. I mean, for quite a young person like you, people would think that you would rather go to a more savvy industry, and you choose to be in this industry and also even develop have your own company in this industry. Let's know about your decision in that and your journey so far. How has it been for you?
Oh, it has been a splendid one. It has also been a one that I'm always seeking to be better.
Okay.
For the past 6 years, almost a decade now, I've always strived for excellence, and that did not come, just as it is. It started from when I was just a plain surveyor, just an ordinary,
Mm-hmm.
surveyor. We just go to sites. It's also funny how a lot of people, view surveyor as people that enter bush, they cut line and
Yeah.
they measure inside swamp or they
Mm-hmm.
go inside bush to measure land. I grew over time to understand that there is more to what I'm being called to do as a professional.
Yeah.
I've worked with several real estate companies, consulted for several real estate companies. As at now, consulting for almost 15 real estate companies. And part of the things that I've seen happen over the years while working is to see how, a lot of investors, a lot of developers wanting or having the mind to do the right thing actually,
Mm.
but they end up doing it wrong because they are ignorant,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have the right knowledge, because they don't
Yeah.
have the right consultants to work with them. And
Mm-hmm.
I sought to delve into that aspect of the industry to get myself well equipped to be able to provide the solution to problems from investors and developers. And this has spurred me to also even partner with my co-founder to also own my own real estate company in a bid to actually change the real estate industry. That there are still people out there who are professional and take
Mm-hmm.
in the necessary work that should be put in place to make sure that people invest right, people develop right, and they do the right thing. Do you understand? So the journey for me has been an upward hill for me. The fact that every now and then I also have to make sure that I keep constantly learning. I
Mm-hmm.
constantly get upgraded in understanding of the real estate industry. So
Mm.
I started my real estate journey almost 7 years now,
Wow.
and it's a journey, backed with a lot of now I understand things better. Now I understand why this is happening this way, and always looking for solutions. So it has also helped me that professional outlook on the street, that this guy actually knows his onions. Why? Because it came out from the fact that
Mm-hmm.
I have taken my time to learn, also learn from my experience and from people's experience. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
it has been a good journey, and I'm proud to be in the industry.
So has it been profitable for you? Has it been a good decision for you?
Of course, I'll choose real estate over and over. I'll
Okay.
choose real estate over and over.
All right. I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, I'm always
Yes, thank you.
excited when I see young professionals, coming into the industry looking to how to make it better. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for sharing, Ulushola. So,
Thank
moving
you.
on to our topic, I mean, looking at the recent news, I just want to read an article from one of the news publications saying that Lagos government declares 176 estates illegal over unapproved layouts. The Lagos State government has declared 176 estate developments in Etiosa, Aja, Ibejuleki, and other parts of the state illegal for failing to obtain mandatory layout approvals, and it has given the developers. The government has given the developers a 21-day ultimatum to begin the process of regularizing their documentation or face sanctions. This was disclosed in a press release issued on Monday by the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. And the permanent secretary of the Office of Fiscal Planning, Engineer Oluwole Sotire, said the affected estates undermine the sustainable development goals of Lagos and violate the guiding principles of the Teams Plus agenda. He warned that the ministry would not tolerate unauthorized developments that disrupt the state's fiscal planning framework. So we saw this recently on Monday, and it spurred a lot of unrest in the industry, and a lot of people
Yeah.
were scared, and people were running head to scatter and wondering what's going to happen. And I just want to ask, moving to my first question on this topic, what do you think triggered the Lagos state government to crack down on this illegal 176 illegal estates?
Oh, that's a beautiful question there. And the fact is, a lot of people have been looking for answers to what is happening in the industry, and a lot of people are getting misinformed. There's a way the social media just propagates what is not and what is in such a way that you almost get confused about the problem. And then it has made a lot of people run away from the industry that is most profitable right now in Nigeria, in fact, in Africa. And it does not mean that it is still not a good thing to do. It just means you
Yeah.
need to be well informed, and that is what I'm about to share today. Like I used to say, in Nigeria, Lagos State appears to be one of the states that is one of the states that is well planned, and there's always a plan. There is always upgrade of the plan per time, and Lagos State operates in the land use system in such a way that it puts every nook and cranny of the state into consideration. And part of the government's initiative to make these things happen are part of these agencies that they've brought in view for them to regulate things and to make things work and to enforce, you know, compliance with these regulations and with the plan, the master plan that they have for Lagos. Ikoyi will not have been what it is. Victoria Land will not be what it is if there are no government bodies that is regulating and making sure that people follow what they need to follow. Setbacks, road alignment, easement curves, places that designated for particular purposes, the commercial areas and all that. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So there was a time, so that's why I used to say, if you follow the trend of things, there was a time it was like that also in Victoria Island and it's also in Ikoyi, where a lot of things like this are happening. It's just that because the social media was not so much then, we are not really focusing on those things then.
Oh,
Does not mean that it was not happening. It was happening. Do you
okay.
understand? It's just
Yeah.
that right now social media has made these things so propagating that we almost lose the essence of the information. Do you understand? Like for example, this particular news that came out from LASPA is a normal thing, and
Yeah.
it's not something to be scared about. Do you understand? It's just a medium to enforcing the law and order should happen. Do you understand? Like I said, there's a plan, there's a master plan, and everybody has to follow it. As far as I know, the rule of law still exists in Nigeria. Everybody is equal before the law. Nobody is above the law. So
Yeah.
you have to follow the law. And the law is not only don't steal, don't kill. The law is also following the master plan of the government in making sure that we have a sustainable environment.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So part of the things that is happening is that they discover that a lot of developments is going in some certain areas, the new areas of Lagos, the emerging areas of Lagos, and there's need for these people to follow the proper permits and things that they need to get. Now, there are things that you need to understand as a real estate investor or a real estate enthusiast is that title is different from permit.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That a land is genuine or that the land has the proper documentation does not mean it has the proper permit. And that, and you cannot get permits except your documentation is right.
Right.
Do you understand? So if your documentation is not right, you can't even proceed further to get a permit. Do you understand? So when a government body or an agency for planning, like LASPA, is coming out to say, oh, there are some certain areas, or there's some certain companies or certain estates that has not, gotten their documentation right, does not mean that their title is defective. Do you understand? Government will only call for defective properties without proper title,
Yeah.
or they will demolish or take over properties that are, evading public interest or without proper documentation. Please understand that first. So when you buy a property that has the right title, just in one sense, just give yourself peace of mind. Do you understand? Because actually, a good title is peace of mind. So
Right.
at every point in time, if you're investing in real estate, always seek after property with good titles. Do you understand? So once you're sure that the property has a good title, then the next step is to now make sure that you align whatever structure or whatever thing you want to put on that property to align with government plan. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
what is happening there is government is sensitizing these developers or these estates to align themselves with the plans of the government. Do you understand? So it's a sensitization that, see, you are not doing the right thing. Come and do the right thing. And that's why they give them an ultimatum. Do you understand? It is not, it is different from being marking a building for demolition. It is very, very different. It is different from marking a structure for takeover by the government. Do you understand? These things don't just happen out of the blue. There is a structure to things. So in the essence of things, I think people should calm down and really know what is going on before they start to panic, really. Because in actual sense, in the grand scheme of things, it is not always as it seems. It's just a sensitization from the government that, oh, these people, you need to get your permit. Because one thing about Lagos is, once an estate is situated in a good location and all, you, before you know it, 2 3 years, everywhere is already built up. Do you
Yeah.
understand? And
Yes.
it is always hard to control when there are already structures on it
Yes.
than when it is still fallow and it is not, there's nothing there. And
Yeah.
I think government is also taking initiative now. Like I said before, real estate is dynamic, things are changing, everybody is getting more understanding. Government is now not waiting till when everywhere is developed before they sensitize the populace. Do you understand? So now
Okay.
government is sending, the right information to people ahead of time. Please, if you bought from this estate, eh, go and Google your developer to go and do the necessary documents before you start developing your estate. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And for estate that is still developing, right now that is still developing, go and do the right thing. Do you understand? So
Right.
it's just like when you own a land, that you own the land and you have proper documents, the C of O on it, and you want to build, does not mean that government will not come into the fact that, okay, what kind of structure do you want to build? Is there allowance for the kind of structure you want to build? For example, there's a property that I did background check and search for in Sogotedo, and they want to build a structure there,
Yeah.
a fourth floor structure on it. And we did the check, we did everything checks out. It was perfect. All title good, everything checks out. And I give them the report. And then only for them, when they wanted to do, they've done the design, they did everything, and they've designed, the architect has designed, they wanted to proceed and do their approval, their building plan approval. It is when they submitted the building plan approval, they find out that, oh, this particular land cannot fit 4 floors because of the type of terrain is there. Do you understand? So they
Oh.
had to go back and make sure that they redesign that structure that they want there to fit the number of floors that particular structure can take. Do you understand? But
Oh.
does that negate, for that kind of thing now, if government now announce, if government now make an announcement, oh, this particular developer, go back and you are not supposed to make this kind of structure, it will create a kind of uproar.
Of course.
In the real sense, what government is just saying is that, oh, you can't put this kind of structure on this particular property. You should, however, go and review. Do you understand? So, does it negate the fact that the land is genuine? No. Does it negate the fact that the property documents are correct? No. Do you understand? It's just saying that, oh, for
Yeah.
our plan to work, for we to have a sustaining development, please make sure you follow the other laws and all. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
in that instance, what the government is saying is, please go and do the right thing. Let us make sure that and that permit and approval that they are requesting is submit your layout, submit your building plans, Let us review it with what we have on our master plan. If it aligns, we give you approval straight. We give you permit straight. If it doesn't align, go and review, redesign, and send it back to us. Do you understand? So it's really not a cost to align. It's
Yeah.
just a cost to do the right thing. So
So
thank you.
thank you so much for that. So buyers can rest easy and not be
Yes.
scared that their property will be taken from them. Okay, so now what are the consequences for developers who fail to obtain necessary approvals?
Oh, okay. So in the light of this, I think the government met out, people who don't follow the law. There's provision for everything. There's provision of the law for everything. So at this point, I might not be able to give a judgment as to what will happen,
Yeah.
but we all know in real sense, it means that if there are no proper permits and approvals, investors that buy in these places will not be able to develop. That's just a simple thing.
Yeah.
Until you follow the right thing. And when you do not, then that's where, when you do not follow, or when you didn't get the necessary permits and you still go ahead to build or to develop, then that is where labs are coming. Building controls agency, they will come and vet it, and that's where you see something like LAPSCA remove, demolish, written on buildings and structures. That is when, not that you don't have the right title,
Yeah.
that you did not follow the plan that the government had for that place. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is what is going to happen.
So you stand the risk of having your property demolished or
Yeah.
being sanctioned by the government. Okay, thank you so much. Now I want to ask about looking at the parts of the buyers and investors, who want to come into the real estate market. How can a potential buyer verify if an estate has the required approvals and be able to come in at a safe space for themselves and for their investment?
Okay, if I get it right, what buyers should do to
Yes,
make sure they are in safe space?
how
Yes.
can they verify if the
Oh,
estate
okay.
has the required approvals? An estate they want to buy into, what's the process for them to verify that they have the required approvals and documentations for the property?
All right, it's very simple. Just seek the right professionals to handle these things for you. Do you
Okay.
understand? The same way you cannot take your faulty car to a doctor to fix, is the same way you cannot take your real estate investments to a non-professional or a family guru to handle for you. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
you have to make sure you go through the right processes. And also, I think the doors of these agencies are also open for you to walk in and make inquiries. Understand? You can go to the government's bodies, their offices, request for it. You see them online. You can get to their offices. You can even send an email. I recently found out that a client of mine recently sent a mail to the government, to LASA, and they responded.
Yeah.
So it is now getting better, unlike before. Like I said, things are getting better. So you can make sure that there are professionals around. There are still good professionals who have your interests at heart. Do you understand? So you can reach out to them. They will be able to help you and give you the necessary advice. And the reason why you should go to professionals is very, very simple. Number one, the reason is because they are on the go. They are involved every now and then. They
Yeah.
see the trend of things as things are changing. You are not in the know. You focus on your work. You are making money. You are just there. But
Yes.
they understand, they are right there in the whole center of it all. So they know when government's policy is changing, they know when new laws are being coming, when policies are being, affected and all those things. So they will be able to say, oh, what is working last year is not working this year again. You need to do it this way. Do you understand? So, and that's why you need to make sure that you find a seasoned professional at all times. They are around you. Just ask people.
Yeah.
When you are on the streets and you ask the right people, they will tell you, see, this one is good, this one good. Do you understand? And you'll be able to most likely get the best from your investments. So
Okay.
that is it. So like I said, two things: seek good professionals, seasoned professionals, and you can also walk up to this agency for inquiries. They will help you.
Thank you so much. That was quite insightful. All right, so moving on to my next question. I'll ask, what are the most common no, okay, no, not that. I would say, how does this crackdown impact the real estate market in Lagos State?
Oh, I think a lot of people are saying that, this is going to make a lot of people really get scared to invest in property. But me, as a professional, you know, with my experience, I think it's going to really make the prices of properties, at least the genuine ones, to surge, to actually go higher. Because it means that for any property that is genuine, I would charge anything
Yeah.
to make sure I get your money before you get my property. Do you
Right.
understand? So it is two-way direction. Do you understand? It might really, disrupt the market a little bit negatively, but I think it is going to be more of the onward progression for properties, at least, that has good title and has the proper documentation. Why? Because if a plot of land beside me with the documents not right, and I have my own right beside with the document that is right, and I know if you come to me to buy, I will charge you more. Do you understand?
Of
I will
course.
tell you. So that is it. And I think what he's saying is that for anybody that is investing in Lagos, in Lagos, if you're a property investor, go and get your documents perfected. Go and get it perfected.
Yeah.
Try as much as possible. This is what it does. It adds value to your property, and it gives you a safe haven that, oh yeah, I have everything done, so I need not fear. So that when you see posts, or when you see announcements from the government like this, you will just be smiling. You understand, rather than panicking. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
and used to say to a lot of people, when you are investing in property or in real estate, it is not only for you to have money for the land. You can only afford the land or the property when you can pay for the land and also pay for the documentation. So when you are budgeting to invest in real estate, also budget the documentation before you go ahead and ask, oh, how much is the property's 300 million, 1.5 billion? Do you understand? Do you have the money also to pay for the documentation to the best? So you add it to it. That is now the cost of the land. The cost of the land is not the price that is on the market or the prevailing market price.
Yeah.
The cost of the land is actually the price of the land together with the documentation. Do you understand? So always factor in that, and that's a lot of mistake that a lot of people are doing, and the reason why people still get swindled in the industry. You just see price of property, and it looks very good. It looks, the price of properties that are well documented cannot be the same price of property that are not well documented. You will know this by price and the real value of property in certain locations. Do you understand? So when you see prices that are too good to be true, you should be skeptical and really look into things. And I wish everybody well.
Thank you so much, Surveyor Lushola. I mean, that has been very, very valuable. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'll be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines. Let's hear from our listeners and, see if they have any questions or contributions to this very value packed topic. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
For real estate market insight and industry trends, join Amara on the Ninja Landlord Show, where we show you how to make real estate work for you. For different investments, strategies from real estate experts on Ninja Real Estates. Elevate your financial education and investment in Nigeria. So tune in every Saturday on VOP 90.3 from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Ninja Landlord Show. The voice of
All right, welcome back to the Nigeria Landlord Show here on VOP 90.3 FM. And if you're just joining us, I mean, you, uh, okay, you've missed some points. Let me put it bluntly, but I mean, you're still good, and you can join us right from this point. All right, so our topic today has been illegal estate saga, navigating real estate regulatory requirements in Lagos State, and I have a distinguished guest in the house with me who has been talking and sharing from his wealth of experience on this insightful topic. So I'm going to open the phone lines, and I want to hear from you if you have any questions concerning this particular issue, this particular news that has been on in the real estate market recently this week. Please call us. Let's hear your thoughts. So the number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. The phone lines are open and I'm waiting to hear from you. And then you can also send us a WhatsApp chat or a WhatsApp call 081 717 56338 081 717 56338. All right, we have a caller already. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, I can't hear you. Please call back. All right, very Olushola, good to have you back. Welcome back on the show. I hope
Thank you.
Thank you so much, for all that you have shared already, and I mean, it's been so much value so far. Okay,
Great.
okay. So now, going on to my next topic. Can you walk us through the procedure, right, of the process of getting proper approvals in the Lagos State real estate markets?
Oh, okay. The process is pretty simple and easy. It's just that it requires that you do the proper thing, and skipping the process might actually disrupt things and might reduce the efficiency of getting it at all. So it's very important that you have someone, either you are well educated about it or you have a professional working with you that has a good understanding of it. So apart from getting a titled land, making sure that the property you are getting has all the proper documents and the title that it needs to have, whether CFO, governor's consent, or the whatever title or government allocation. So from there, you have to make sure that you have a proper survey, a registered survey, that the size of the land, describing your home title on it, and also describing the size and the position and the location where the land is. And the next thing is to make sure that you get a fencing permit. If the land is not yet fenced, you get a fencing permit, and that is you will need your registered survey and valid documents like your ID card, all those things. A professional building personnel or a professional like that will be able to tell you, your architect or a town planner, most importantly,
Please
will be able to give you the necessary other documents that you need to attach to it. Then
Hello, can you hear me?
the next step will be,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Hello,
Yeah,
Muna, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We have a caller. Hi, welcome to
All
the
right.
show.
Yes,
Please, what's your name?
yes, good morning, Muna.
All right,
Can you hear
Mona.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. Where are you calling from, please?
Okay. My name is Oche.
Okay,
Hello?
Oche. Where are you calling
Yes,
from?
yes. I'm calling from Fagba in Lagos, please.
Okay, Fagba.
I would like to ask your guest because there's a particular property that I acquired at Ikorodu, this NNPC as it.
Okay.
So they are saying that that place is Ogun State. You understand me? So, and right now I wanted to get all the documents. You understand me?
Yeah.
But I don't know how to go about it, and I would like your guest to tell me more about that. How to get my documents, because they say that place is Ogun State.
Okay, so Ogun State, you do not have any form of title, any form of documentation on that property
No,
right now.
because I only got the receipt of the document and the family receipt they gave to me because I wanted to involve a lawyer. But the Omolide, they said no, that I cannot involve lawyer at the moment. You understand me? After buying the property, I can go ahead to do whatever thing I want to do. You understand me? So right now, and I want to get the fee of all of the property, and I don't know how to go about it. How to, because I'm not familiar to the place, like as in no places like where to go to get the document easily.
Okay, all right.
So
Okay.
that's why I'm calling you. Yes.
Thank you for your question. He's
Don't
going
go.
to answer you. Please stay tuned. Okay, so did you get that?
Yes, I got it. Should I answer him
Yes,
first?
yes, please go ahead.
All right. So your receipt is not a proof that you own land. Your receipt is just a proof that you've transacted with your money, that you've actually paid them. Do you understand? Because the receipt does not describe the location of the land and does not give you any title on the land. So if Omonile should sell that portion, the land that they showed you, and you come back to find out that someone is on the land, you cannot claim it because there is no legal documents that attach that receipt to that land. So you need to make sure that you get a document that attach your ownership to that land. They will just, in most cases, when you have only receipt, what Omolile wants to do is they want to use that place, sell it to you, collect the money first, then go and show you another location. So you need to take possession. The first thing I would advise is that you have to first take a physical possession of that land, a minimum of corner piece, at least a minimum of corner piece. Go and take it, go and take possession of that particular spot that we showed you. Then you need to involve a lawyer. Your lawyer should even be the first thing. Then, since you've bought, and that is why I'm saying this, even before you buy at all, you need to get a surveyor. A surveyor should chart the property if you can even process a title on it in the first place. Because a lot of lands are under acquisition in Ogun State. Ogun State is almost in the same level as Lagos State when it comes to property and real estate laws and regulation. So because before you buy at all, it should have been a surveyor. But taking that, the fact that you've bought already, I won't be delving too much into that. But I'll just give you the simple procedures you need to take. So you need to get a lawyer and sign a deed of agreement or deed of assignment with the family. Do you understand? With your money that is bought from. Now, that will now be a legal document that shows that a portion of land has been sold to you. They can say the receipt is for whatever. They can say it's a receipt for you to support their festival. Do you understand? So it has to be a legal agreement that will be drafted by a lawyer. Now, the surveyor, you will now get a surveyor to take proper measurements of that land and register the land in your name. Now, that registered survey or registered document with the agreement is what the lawyer will use to prepare your agreement, where the family owners, the Omonile, the principal members of the family will sign for you. Now, that agreement is now the legal binding between you and family, that if there is any issue on the land in the future, you can drag the family and take them to court and win because there is a legal document. Do you understand? So it is very important that you first go and do this thing, and you need to do it as fast as possible. Go and get a lawyer. All this, you should not get a lawyer coming from the family. They are playing gimmicks with you. I don't know the relationship you have with them, but if you can also leverage on that relationship, go get a lawyer and get them to sign an agreement with you. Get a lawyer, get a surveyor to quickly go and measure the land, take the boundary coordinates, prepare a survey plan, and register the land for you. Attach it to your deed, and now you already have the first level of title on that land. Do you understand? You first
Yeah.
have the title. Then you can now say you want to proceed to do your CFO. Because to get CFO, you need your deed of assignment, you need your registered survey, and you need your receipt of payment. So those things are what you will now use to proceed and process your CFO. So please, to the caller, we need to go and get that thing done ASAP. You need to go and first, because you've bought, go and take physical possession of the land first. Then two, go get a lawyer to sign an agreement between you and the family. Get in also, while you are doing it, pari passu, a registered surveyor to take the boundary coordinates, register the land in your name, and attach it with the deed through your lawyer. And then you can now start processing CFO on the land. So that should answer
Yeah.
your question. So
Thank you so much, Surveyor.
yeah.
All right, so the number to call once again is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. So callers, let's hear your thoughts if you have any questions on this area. All right, so okay, we have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please turn down the volume of your radio set.
Hello,
Hello.
good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is Engineer Philip calling you from me.
All right, Engineer Philip, good to have you on the show.
Now you are telling me that after I did my CO, the family sign it and give me the receipt. I did assess the land or X at which corner fee. So you are telling me that they still have the right to come and tell me, say, I donated the money for their family issue or whatever.
That's
Why?
if you don't have a document. If you don't have the document, that's what he's saying. If you don't have a document, if you just have a family receipt.
I have a document.
Yeah, so if you have a document, they cannot come and possess it. But if you don't have, if you just have a family receipt, then it could be repossessed. That's what he's saying. And Surveyor, could you collaborate on that, please?
All right. So what I'm saying in essence is, we're in Nigeria. A lot of things can happen, and I've seen this from experience happen over time. To a lot of people where once they buy, they just get the receipts from the family and they turn back. Leaving the land for years. And you know that these people, they are very greedy. They can anything can happen. Do you
Yeah.
understand? People can repossess that land, and the only thing you'll be able to use to fight that land is a legal document, a legal agreement between you and the family, not just a receipt. The receipt does not describe the location of the land. If you take this, if you have accidentally just find somebody on that land and you take the matter to court, it is just a word agreement. What the court will request from you is what are the documents you have on the land to show possession on the land, to show ownership of the land.
Yeah.
And that is not a receipt. A receipt will not guarantee that. What you need is your deed of assignment and your survey describing the location of the land. Simple. And with that, the court will be able to rule in your favor. The judgment will be able to rule in your favor. And then you'll be able to take complete control of your land. But in a case where it's just receipt of payment, it's just a receipt of payment, like it
Yeah.
says. It's not a document that describes your ownership or your lordship over the land. Do you understand? So, but then if you have a good relationship with the sellers and you trust them enough with having receipts, then I will rest my case. But if in a case, but to be beforehand is to be beforehand. So it's best that you do it.
Yeah.
It's best that you do it and it doesn't happen than for you to not have it and then it eventually happens. So that's what I'm saying. In essence.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much. So I want to ask that there. Okay, we have another caller. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay, we missed that call. So I want to ask them. So, are there what support systems are in place for buyers who have invested in non-compliant estates? Are there any support system for them? Are there any agencies or bodies that they could go to get some of this failed investment addressed?
All right. So in my experience, I've done documentation for someone that bought within an estate that has not gotten the necessary permits and approvals. So I'm talking about an estate that has not yet been developed, not a standing, not a developed estate. Do you understand? So I'm going to talk about the developed estates too. So when it comes to developed estates, the best thing is that before you buy the building or before you buy the house, you have to ask the right documents. Where is your building plan approval? Very, very important. As much as you verify titles, also verify approvals. It's very, very important. Do you understand?
Yeah.
For example, a client of mine recently bought a property in Aja, a 3-bed duplex in Aja, and he bought, paid, did everything before he called me to come and do his registered survey.
Yeah.
And then when I went to do his registered survey, I did the registered survey. He wanted to process his own governor's consent because he has actually, the property is CFO. So they develop and everything, only for us, for the client to find out later that the approval that he got was not on all the units. It's just on some certain on a part of the unit of the houses that was.
Wow.
So he had to now go back and do his approval. Do you understand? So it's important that before you buy, you have to make sure that you are requesting from the seller. Do you have approval? If the person does not have approval, then you can negotiate the price of the property down for you to be able to use your own money to get the necessary approval. Do you understand? So, like I'm saying, just involve the right professionals. Do you understand? Just in the before you even buy any property, before you invest in any property, involve the right professional who will be able to tell you, oh, do this. Like what we are doing now, educate yourself also. If you are well educated about it, you won't make mistake.
Yes.
What Lagos State is right now is that Lagos State is making sure that people are well informed, such that, in fact, an average person will know the things he needs to do before he buys any property. Do you understand? So will it come at a cost? Yes. Will it come at the cost of some people? Yes. But then at the end of the day, everybody will be fine. So it is very important that, when you are buying a property, you have to not only check the title document, you should also check the approvals. Do you understand? So for a property that is still developing, the next thing you should do is, once you now get the title documents, you've registered your land, you've gotten your survey and everything, you can get a registered town planner to now work on it from you. If it's a large expanse of land, they will design the layout, take it to LASPA to get a permit for you to approve the layout. And then now the layout permit is different from building approval. Layout permit is different from building approval. If you are buying from a developer in an estate, what you need to ask from a developer is the layout approval, and the fencing permit, the estate permit. That's all you need to ask. Do you understand? So once they have that, every other thing is your own. The building approval is yours to do. But for an estate where they are building houses, you should ask for the building permit. Do you understand? If you are buying a house, if you are buying a structure, a already built structure in an estate, you should ask for it. If they don't have it, you can then use that to negotiate the price and then proceed to do your own approval.
Okay.
Do you understand?
All right. So we have a caller. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. What's your name, please?
My name is Prince from Oshodi.
All right, Prince. Right?
Yes, Prince from Oshodi.
Okay, Prince. Let's hear your thoughts.
I appreciate your guest there. He's a wonderful man. He's doing a great job. And if we have people like that in Nigeria, I hope that we have a lot of progress. I want to ask him, I'm interested in real estate business. Like we do trade. If you don't have, you can start little and you grow. Real estate business, people that don't have a lot of money, can you help me, advise me? Because I'm interested in real estate business, to buy land and to little I have to develop. How can I survive in the business without having enough money? Because many of them that have big money, that the people doing the business, we don't have those big money. How can we be part of this business? Is there any how we can be part of it with small money, bank loan, or how can he guide us? Which advice? Because I have seen that he have a lot of ideas. How can he guide us so we can be part of the real estate business? I would like to hear from him, and I would like, if I can get that, I would like to get it so he can nurture me. So I love him. I want to be part of the business.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, Prince. Thank you for calling. Please stay tuned. You're going to get all this information before the end of the show. Thank you.
God bless.
All right. So he wants to know how he can come in even as a low-income earner and invest in the real estate markets.
The answer is very basic. Start from what you can afford. If you cannot afford Lagos, go to Ogun State. If you cannot afford Ogun State, go to Ibadan. So the idea is you just have to make sure you start from where you can afford, and then you can take the money you make from where you can afford to places you cannot afford later. You can now afford more later. So is the problem with a lot of us is we are looking in the direction where there are multiple millions and billions. Whereas, in places you can start with land banking, buy, hold for a little while and resell at higher value. There are still lots of land being sold for less.
Hello, good morning,
Hello, good morning.
You can
We
start
have
from
another
there.
caller.
You
Please.
can start from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good morning. My name is Prince. I'm calling from Ejigbo.
praise.
I'm calling from Ejigbo.
All right, let's hear your thoughts, praise.
Yeah, the guest is in building. Good morning, sir. I really appreciate your analysis and the way you present the issues. It's very obvious and it's very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I have a property, but not in Lagos here, but it's out in Edo State, precisely, Avili. Now, the family, they have a community, this thing, papers they used. So in that community papers, they wrote this land belongs to so plot of land owns by Mr. Prince, so and so, and the plot of land is by this, and is hereby be given by Mr. So and so, and they wrote everything on it, and the person that sold the piece of land for me sign, while me the buyer sign, and we all have signatures and witnesses. And now on that document, is it tender, is it okay, is it legal enough? Can I present that document to my lawyer for him to have a deal of assignment, or how will it go about it? I would like to know. I'll be listening from the
All right,
radio.
thank you, praise. I have to let you go. Okay. All right, so our time is almost up. So I think praise you would have to reach him directly to get that information. So our time is up. We have to round off. Thank you so much, Surveyor. I mean, it has been quite insightful.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I mean, the section has been quite value packed. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to having you back here on the show. All right, so for
Thank
every
you.
person who wants to reach out to the surveyor, please send me a WhatsApp chat 080-6463-7377. Send me a WhatsApp chat and I will send his contact to you and you can ask your questions directly. So send me a chat on 080-6463-7377. All right, so I come your way same time next week with another value packed edition, another value packed episode. Please stay tuned. Until then, do have a beautiful, blessed weekend. All right, then, my name is Amara Onsreke and I am out.